Hey there everyone, I thought I'd put out another video, and this time I'm gonna try to put a tier list together of every major shop that puts out SS Camouflage. Now this is a tier list solely based off of my opinions and my experience in the hobby, and you can have your own opinions on the camouflage you have, if they're old runs. It's totally alright. This is just a tier list that I think is um, pretty appropriate to the current state of the hobby here in 2024. And starting off this list is going to have to be at the front at B tier. Now, they do have a good selection here of different camouflage, about 9 smocks and M38, M40, and M42. Now, the reason they get B tier is because they are coated in Teflon, which makes the material not only feel very heavy, but also makes it feel very unoriginal. Um, if you've ever held an original smock or had the opportunity to feel the fabric, you'll know that it's very thin, smooth, almost silky, while this at the front camouflage texture is very thick. Um, Although it does make it rain and water resistant, which is quite nice. That's kind of the only upside, as well as being budget friendly. A large number of people just getting into the hobby will buy these smocks, and they do look quite nice, um, which makes them a great option for people just getting into the hobby, which makes these smocks placed at B tier. Now, next up is another American company, SM Wholesale, for A tier. They get A tier because of the massive selection of smocks that they have. Just ginormous. Absolutely ginormous. Anything, almost every impression you could think of, they have it. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for anything that you would like to do. And the prices range from 160 to $300, which is definitely a little expensive for anyone getting into the hobby. It's a big number for just a smock that you're going to be using for maybe one or a couple impressions. But it is very worth it in the long run to get one of these smocks because you'll look amazing in photos, you'll look amazing in your unit, and you'll be able to carry it on and put it on a mannequin, and it'll look right and proper. Now, something I should add about smocks. There are two different ways that companies can produce them. Either A, they can print the fabric, they can print the camouflage onto the fabric, or they can hand press the camouflage onto the fabric, which is what the original factories did, which takes a lot more time, and it it requires just if you wanted to pay someone to do that, it'd be a lot more money by the hour. It'd just be way too much for companies like SM Wholesale at the front, Military Tours, Soldier Fort, and any of these guys to do. Um, so that's why it's kind of left to the companies that are a lot smaller, make smaller batches. Now on to the next company, uh, Epic Militaria. Oh joy, D tier. This is going to start the wave of Chinesium, as I like to call it. It's just a very fake, uh, nasty looking camouflage. And I feel bad for anyone that has bought these smocks already because they just do not look original. They do not. They look too. The fabric is way too heavy. The colors and pattern are just wrong, especially on the fall side. It just looks strange. Um, it's not right. It's not right whatsoever. Which places that at a D tier only because if it didn't say out of stock, I think it's like $80, which is cheaper than mostly everything else. But cheaper does not mean better. Cheaper almost never means better. But next up is going to be Nordhaus. A stark contrast to the last company. These guys charge a whopping $200 for a cover, and 475 for a smock, making them the single most expensive company in this hobby. Now, there's a reason for this. They hand press all of their camouflage, which means that they are a hot commodity, sold out. Sold out. You have to run to get these. And the guy posts updates on Facebook regularly, announcing when he's going to drop them, so people can actually get their hands on them rather than just waiting inconspicuously. And this is what a large number of hardcore reenactors buy and use, um, uh, which is why they're always out of stock. It's because they're constantly wanted. Um, But yes, that's what puts them at S tier. They are the top of the top, most expensive, most wanted camouflage. Now, next up is going to be Nestof. Nestof is a genuinely pretty decent company, and because of this, and because of their prices and what they offer, they're at C tier. While they do have a slightly Chinesium fabric, color, and pattern, just based off of the company themselves, they everyone's kind of had a good experience with Nestov, maybe except for their boots. But yes, that's what puts them at C tier. Next up is going to be Panther Shop, and Panther Shop is going to be at B tier. Panther Shop. Oh, this is not Panther Shop. Where's Panther Shop? Oh no. I'm not sure where I placed the Panther Shop tab, so we're just going to stick here. Now, Panther Shop, they make some amazing items, especially for Fallschirmjäger, Luftwaffe Ground Division. Their smocks are probably some of the best for the price. And Panther Shop Oak Smock has definitely been given some praise, and if you're in Europe, they're a great option for cheaper shipping and quicker arrival. Now, after Panther Shop is the smock I just looked at from Hessen Antique for $90, another Chinesium smock slop item, which just kind of looks like, I hate to say it, crap. And honestly, I had one of these smocks from Hessen Antique, but it was blurred edge when I just started reenacting, or rather collecting, because I wasn't a part of a unit, and I knew that it was bad. I knew for a fact that it was just bad. It was just bad. There's nothing really else to say about it. But how can we get worse? Hickey Shop! That's how we can get worse for $60. A piece of Chinesium crap. As much as I love Hickey for their random obscure shit, this smock just sucks. It sucks balls. It fucking sucks. Sorry, Hickey. You're the bottom of the barrel, buddy. After that, Soldier of Fortune, D tier. Another one of these Chinesium smocks on this poor bastard. For about $80–90 for us Ameritards. Just nasty. Not good. Replika. I believe these guys are in Belarus, and they do have some good obscure items for Russian and German impressions, but this smock is not one of their strong suits. Their SS camouflage just simply is not, and I would advise against buying from them. For SS camouflage, for other things, it's a good idea to buy from them. But for 120 American, it's not worth it. Not worth it. Military Tour, another Chinesium smock. Just doesn't look very good. Does not look very original if you compare it to them. And the buttons, all these buttons are the exact same. They're this 4-hole, zinc-looking, or aluminum piece of crap that bends and breaks really easy. It's always tied off horribly. They always fall off. And that's what puts... This is the D tier lineup of all Chinesium. Now, last, but certainly not least, is Elow Militaria. It's one of the only two companies to actually hand press the camouflage itself, and the reason it gets A instead of S is because the site is always shut down. Now, if you check Facebook, you can tell, or you can see when the owner will put the site back up again, so you can order products from him, but smocks are not an easy commodity to go by from this company. Which places them at A tier. While the quality is great, pattern and color is amazing, he's just simply never open, which is a shame. So this is the lineup for the smocks. This is everything, S to F. Budget friendly. If you're just going to get into the hobby, I would suggest SM Wholesale. If you have a little less money, at the front. If you're in Europe, Panther Shop or Nestof. I'd suggest Panther Shop over Nestof. But if you have $160 to $300 to spend on a smock, I would say SM Wholesale. Unless Nordhaus or Else Now is open, because they hand press their smocks, which I can't understate enough, looks and feels completely different than a printed smock. But anyways, this is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. If I have missed anything, please tell me. I personally have not gotten the chance to reenact SS. I only collect and do an impression of it, so I am not the most knowledgeable person in the world. I do not know the ins and outs and specifics of each smock. I don't know what company makes better smocks of what, and of course, companies can make better smocks than others. But this is a general consensus. Do not take this all to heart. And thank you for watching. I'll hope to put out another video in the next month. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, and have a great day.